Okay, I'm recording. Oh, I hope that didn't. Hello, everybody. Wolfang here. Today is Monday, December the 30th. Beautiful day in Cincinnati, Ohio. After today, well, it's going to be cold, I guess. That's the forecast. Mother Nature will do what she wants. So I hope everybody out there had a good day, doing the things, whatever your thing may be. We have today and tomorrow left in 2024. It just went phew. It does when and I've said it before, and there's a lot of people I think will agree with me. The older you get, the faster the time goes. And it really does. You know, when you're a kid, and I'm talking a kid, not even a working age, just a kid, you're out playing with your friends, having a good time. You don't, none of that stuff, none of that stuff matters. So the spam report I'm going to share today, it's a lengthy read, so I'm going to try and just like keynotes. I'm going to read. I'll go through it, but I think you guys will understand what's going on. And it's about they call it Prepper Paradise. And there's a lot of people out there that want to get their groups together, you know, and buy some land and, live on, be off grid prepping. The twist to this one, they're in South Dakota, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of them. It was a military station. It was with bunkers. It was bunkers made for ammunition. So let me share this. It says trouble in Prepper Paradise. Bunker residents raise financial safety concerns at Igloo, South Dakota site. The former U.S. Army depot in South Dakota that once housed military munitions now hosts people looking to live off grid. But a News Watch investigation has revealed problems at the bunker complex. And talk about being out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's no trees, nothing. It's Igloo, South Dakota, a former military munitions site with concrete bunkers now used as residence, has become the source of numerous lawsuits. Several complaints to the South Dakota Attorney General's office, a near fatal shooting, and now an FBI inquiry, a Newswatch investigation has found. The former Black Hills Army Depot munitions storage facility was developed in 2016 into the Vivos X Point bunker complex that is now a residential community marketed largely to so-called preppers or survivalists. More than 500 above-ground concrete bunkers are marketed for lease to those who are worried about a potential national or global disaster or who wants to live mostly off-grid. In a remote area 8 miles south of Edgemont in southwestern South Dakota. The concrete bunkers, which look like earthen igloos, are covered with sod to maintain a constant temperature for the military's conventional and chemical munitions stored on site from 1942 to 1967. The town of Igloo was often home to more than 5,000 people during that span, including a young Tom Brokaw, a South Dakota native and former NBC anchor. The base and town are now abandoned. The owner and operator of Vivo's X Point, a California businessman, Robert K. Veniso, told Newswatch that that he has had great success in leasing more than 200 of the bunkers so far, and that the project is highly successful and profitable. Venenzi also said the bunker complex has evolved into a thriving community of like-minded people, most of whom are happy to live there and support one another while realizing their dream of self-sustainability lifestyle in an area relatively safe from disasters or potential ills that could endanger society and the world. But a different version of the life of Vivo's X Point has emerged in recent months, especially for some of the few dozen individuals and families who make or have made the bunker complex their permanent home. And then it shows a map of where it's at. Excuse me. After the past 4 months, Newswatch has interviewed more than a dozen people, reviewed hundreds of pages of court records, examined emails and internal Vivo communications, filed 3 open record requests, and visited the Vivo site to understand the unrest that exists within the community. At least 16 lawsuits or legal actions have been filed either by residents or former residents against Vivo's management or by Veniso, Vivo or its subcontractors against former residents and property neighbors. 5 former complaints against Vivo has been filed with the Consumer Protection Division of South Dakota Attorney General's office. At least 2 former residents said they have been interviewed by FBI agents. Some legal filings relate to evictions or claims of illegal eviction, a demand for return of monies paid to Vivos, or requests for legal protection orders. In one complaint to the state, a resident said Vivos had broken promises to build numerous amenities and has not fulfilled contractual obligation to provide adequate security and basic service, for which they pay a separate monthly fee. All 4 residents interviewed by Newswatch during an October visit to the site carried handguns for protection, which I don't know why they got to throw that in there. Venico attributed the lawsuits and complaints about himself and Vivos to bad apples who reside at Vivo's X Point and who may have their own agenda. There is a group of disgruntled people. They call themselves the pioneers, and they seem to have nothing better to do but to complain, Venico said. He added that if residents follow the terms of the lease and the property rules and regulations, no legal action will result. I know it's all gripes, but you cannot respond to unreasonable gripes, he said. I can point to hundreds of others that will say, yeah, we love it. We love what you're doing and how you're doing it. According to records in the South Dakota Secretary of State's office, Venico is the owner or director of 2 businesses, Vivo's Construction and Vivo's X Point Investment Group. A 3rd business, Vivo's X Point, is owned by a company called Fractional Villas that lists Venico's home address in Del Mar, California, as its physical address. Okay. So, and it goes on talking about that. Now, I wanted to get to the money part of it. Residents of the bunker community are tenants, not property owners. Vivos uses a 99-year lease agreement, so residents do not legally own their bunkers. People who take possession of a bunker pay Vivos an upfront lease fee of up to $55,000 and $3,000 for water service. They also pay monthly common area fees of 111 and an annual of 1,124 ground rent fee to live in a bunker or have it ready for them when needed, according to a January 2024 Vivos memo. Okay. And it goes on. You guys can look into this, but I was curious too, because like I said, I'm just now reading this as I'm sharing it with you guys. But you have to have $55,000 up front. I don't have $55,000 up front. So you know the people that are going there have a little bit of this. So, but my whole point of the story is I don't care what kind of community you start. Obviously, these people that live there have some money, and but if let's just say, like, if I bought some land, let's say, and okay, you know what? I know who you are. I know who you are. You're more than welcome to live on property if you want, or have a place to go to if something happens. If I had that kind of money and I just bought some land and it was for the purpose of having a prepper group, or something happens, or somebody actually, and like I said, it would have to be people I know or I have known for a while. Because you want to bring people into your community or your prepping group. You have to look into their background. You gotta know who the people are. But obviously, this guy runs a business, and I don't know. The people that are living there, are they just being Karens? No offense to anybody with the name Karen, but I don't know. Like I said, that story caught my eye. I've heard of this place before, so I thought I'd share the article. But anyway, if you want to read on more, because it's more legal stuff going on with it. But yeah, I mean, $55,000 up front if you want, I guess, start off there or have a spot, get a bunker. So, and these people are paying him as long as they're staying there. So it's actually, they don't own it. Anyway, this is Wolfgang. Have a great Monday evening. Blessed be, stay safe, and I'll bullshit with y'all later. Bye.